Hi guys, welcome to another audio video and I'll be reading John 18 of the King James Version Bible. And it reads, When Jesus had spoken these words, he went forth with his disciples over the brook Cedron, where was a garden, into the which he entered and his disciples. And Judas also, which betrayed him, knew the place. For Jesus ofttimes resorted thither with his disciples. Judas then, having received a band of men and officers from the chief priests and Pharisees, cometh thither with lanterns and torches and weapons. Jesus therefore, knowing all things that should come upon him, went forth, and said unto them, Whom seek ye? They answered him, Jesus of Nazareth. Jesus saith unto them, I am he. And Judas also, which betrayed him, stood with them. As soon then as he had said unto them, I am he, they went backward and fell to the ground. Then asked he them again, Whom seek ye? And they said, Jesus of Nazareth. Jesus answered, I have told you that I am he. If therefore ye seek me, let these go their way. And the saying might be fulfilled, which he spake, Of them which thou gavest me have I lost none. Then Simon Peter, having a sword, drew it, and smote the high priest's servant, and cut off his right ear. The servant's name was Malchus. Then said Jesus unto Peter, Put up thy sword into the sheath. The cup which my Father hath given me, shall I not drink it? Then the band and the captain and officers of the Jews took Jesus and bound him, and led him away to Annas first, for he was father-in-law to Caiaphas, which was the high priest that same year. Now Caiaphas was he which gave counsel to the Jews that it was expedient that one man should die for the people. And Simon Peter followed Jesus, and so did another disciple. That disciple was known unto the high priest, and went in with Jesus into the palace of the high priest. But Peter stood at the door without. Then went out that other disciple, which was known unto the high priest, and spake unto her that kept the door, and brought in Peter. Then saith the damsel that kept the door unto Peter, Art not thou also one of this man's disciples? He saith, I am not. And the servants and officers stood there, who had made a fire of coals, for it was cold, and they warmed themselves. And Peter stood with them, and warmed himself. The high priest then asked Jesus of his disciples and of his doctrine. Jesus answered him, I speak openly to the world. I ever taught in the synagogue and in the temple, whither the Jews always resort, and in secret have I said nothing. Why askest thou me? Ask them which heard me what I have said unto them. Behold, they know what I said. And when he had thus spoken, one of the officers which stood by struck Jesus with the palm of his hand, saying, Answerest thou the high priest so? Jesus answered him, If I had spoken evil, bear witness of the evil. But if well, why smitest thou me? No, Annas had sent him bound unto Caiaphas the high priest. And Simon Peter stood and warmed himself. They said therefore unto him, Art not thou also one of his disciples? He denied it, and said, I am not. One of the servants of the high priest, being his kinsman, whose ear Peter cut off, saith, Did not I see thee in the garden with him? Peter then denied again, and immediately the cock crew. Then led they Jesus from Caiaphas unto the hall of judgment, and it was early, And they themselves went not into the judgment hall, lest they should be defiled, but that they might eat the Passover. Pilate then went out unto them, and said, What accusation bring ye against this man? They answered and said unto him, If he were not a malefactor, we would not have delivered him up into thee. Then said Pilate unto them, Take ye him, and judge him according to your law. The Jews therefore said unto him, It is not lawful for us to put any man to death, that the saying of Jesus might be fulfilled, which he spake, signifying what death he should die. Then Pilate entered into the judgment hall again, and called to Jesus, and said unto him, Art thou the King of the Jews? Jesus answered him, Sayest thou this thing of thyself, or did others tell it thee of me? Pilate answered, Am I a Jew? Thine own nation and the chief priests have delivered thee unto me. What hast thou done? Jesus answered, My kingdom is not of this world. If my kingdom were of this world, then would my servant fight, that I should not be delivered to the Jews. But now in my kingdom, not from hence. Pilate therefore said unto him, Art thou a king then? He answered, Thou sayest that I am a king. To this end was I born, and for this cause came I into the world, that I should bear witness unto the earth. Every one that is of the truth heareth my voice. Pilate saith unto him, What is truth? And when he had said this, he went out again unto the Jews, and saith unto them, I find in him no fault at all. But ye have a custom that I should release unto you one at the Passover. Will ye therefore that I release unto you the King of the Jews? Then cried they all again, saying, Not this man, but Barabbas. Now Barabbas was a robber. Alright, guys. I like how this chapter ended, where it says that Barabbas was a robber, and it stood out to me in the fact that there was a choice given where Jesus would actually be saved and Barabbas would have been killed for his crimes that he had committed. So you have a man that is faultless being accused and be facing the death penalty, and one that did actually carry out a crime being in that same position. Now the one that was chosen was the one that the one that was chosen to live is the one that actually in their laws deserve to be punished. So he basically robbed the life of Jesus in that regard, also as to being an actual robber, that a thief then in that case, right? And we see that this is just how the world is. Individuals try to rob us of the things that are for us, and we know that Satan is a thief. He's a thief of your salvation if you allow him to be. He's a thief of your purpose in this life if it is that you allow him to be. So we see that his mandate is to kill, to steal, and to destroy. And that is his main goal, to steal. So he steals the light from your life. He steals your will. He steals your power, in that he brings you to a place where you doubt God until you have no power. So he steals all these things from you. And that's what I want to highlight in this chapter. I know there are many things in this chapter, but I want to highlight the fact that the chapter ends like this. Now, Barabbas was a robber. Barabbas represents the devil himself, being that he is indeed a sinner, a servant to the devil. And so I'm not going to expound on this because, guys, we all know how this is. We all know what this is all about, right? The fact that we should not allow the devil to steal our purpose and to hinder us in our search for God, to hinder us in our work for God, carrying out the work of God, right? So do not let him rob you of your joy, all right? Because there's joy in Christ Jesus, right? So, guys, I'm going to leave that right there, but please remember to continue to walk in your salvation. And if you've not yet gained it, then seek it. There's no better time to begin than the present. Have yourselves a blessed day. Bye.